Hello. Hello. Stop. Hello. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to talk about something that I think is important to me and a lot of other women in today's society, and that is being a mom or wanting to be a mom versus having a career or building a career. This is a huge subject, and I know it affects most moms because there's so much to talk about. I'm going to break this down, I think, into a few videos, and maybe this will be like a regular sort of like series or something. So this is going to be part one of this whole sort of series. So I kind of got this idea because I was just talking to my friend who is about the same age I am. I'm 28, she's 27, and she's really doing well in her career right now. She's pretty career driven, and we were just talking about like how hard it is. Like, she feels a lot of pressure to like meet somebody perfect and start a family, but at the same time, like, she's like, I don't have time. When am I gonna have time? Because she's doing so well in her career, and she's like, I feel like every day I'm making decisions that kind of lead me away from being a mom or eventually being a mom, like basically meeting somebody and having a successful personal life also. And I was like, I totally understand, because I feel like the decisions that I made took me away from the career, well, didn't take me away. I chose to go away from the career path and focus more towards like my personal life, my mom life. So that's where I got this idea from, and I'm pretty sure that I want to do a few videos to just kind of go through, and maybe like as I start doing videos, I'll get more ideas and people will comment and you guys can leave your, experiences and stuff, and it'll just be like an ongoing thing. For this first video, I'm going to be talking about the timing of getting pregnant. I'm going to talk about my personal experience. So when is the right time? And I feel like me and Chris talked about it for a long time before we actually got pregnant. And basically everybody that I talked to or read things that I read, everything says there's never going to be the perfect time, which I think is probably the most important thing when it comes to getting pregnant. You're never going to be ready to have a baby. You're never going to be ready to be pregnant, because there's always going to be something that could have been more perfect, or you could have been better prepared for that situation. And so we knew that it wasn't ideally the right time for us to do it, but we also knew that like, if we're never going to be ready, why are we going to continue to put it off? Like, something else was always going to be coming up saying like, oh, well, we should wait until we have a house. We should wait until we have more money in our savings account. We should wait until we are better, more stable in our careers. But it's like, by then, who knows how many years it's going to be, and we knew that we wanted to be pretty young-ish parents. Obviously, we're not getting any younger, and yes, we're not in our 30s yet, but we do want to have a lot of kids. A lot, I don't know what people think is a lot, but we want to have like, at least 3 kids. I really want 4 kids. And so we knew that we didn't have, family planning. You just gotta kind of work out the number of kids you want to have versus how long you're going to be pregnant and how old you are, and all that adds up differently for everybody. So for us, we knew that we needed to get started kind of ASAP, and not that we felt like pressure to have kids, but we knew we wanted kids. Like, from the moment we started dating, we both wanted a big family. That's kind of why we, were on the same page from the beginning. I would say as long as you and your partner are both on the same page and you both are wanting the same things, there's never going to be a good time to, if not never going to be a good time. If you're never going to be ready, or if the timing's never going to be like exactly perfect, then do it. By the time you get done with school and you do your internship, or you get your first few years of experience, most people by that time are in their late 20s. And unless you got married out of high school, or you met the one in college and you got married then, like, we're all around the same age, getting married, having kids, doing that sort of thing. And you have to kind of like choose, do I want to advance my career or do I want to advance my personal life? So for me and Chris, after a lot of talking, it was like more important for us to have the happiness in our personal life than in our career. Yes, I could have continued going up the ladder and maybe held off on having kids, but maybe we would be in a better place financially. Maybe we would be, you know, having our own house and our careers would be better. But would we be happier not having a kid right now? No, we knew that. So that's why we decided, you know, right now what's important for us is, you know, starting our family. So that's why we chose to do the timing the way we did. Sorry, I have like a lot to say and I'm kind of getting off topic because I'm supposed to be focusing on like my personal experience. So for me, we were kind of in a situation where I had just done a volunteer year and I was getting ready to try and get a paid position. And so we kind of went out on a limb planning or hoping that I was going to end up getting a paid position the next year. And we got pregnant right in between. I found I was pregnant the day I found out that I got a paid position. So luckily it like worked out. But we were trying to get pregnant before then, just with the hopes that I was going to end up getting a paid position. I didn't time it exactly perfectly because in my career coaching volleyball, obviously there's busy seasons and there's off seasons. So I ended up having Bodhi during during season. So it wasn't the ideal timing because I had to be away obviously when we're playing games and traveling and stuff. So could I have timed that better? Yes. And if I end up getting another coaching position, we'll probably try to time it so that I'm delivering the baby in like our off season, so when we're not as busy and I won't be having to travel, and not that I'll have to travel, that I won't be missing out on traveling and, you know, missing games and stuff. But I also kind of like don't want to be the person to have to plan when I'm getting pregnant and when I'm not getting pregnant. We kind of wanted it to be more natural and less like by the book. But I think that those are things that in order to do both, in order to have a career and have a baby, like you just have to take those things into consideration. And it's annoying that, you know, in order to have both, that you have to sacrifice these sort of things, be more cautious or plan these things that most normal people don't have to plan. But again, like that's one of the sacrifices, like I said, that you have to take into account if you're trying to do both, you know. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm not sure how long this video turned out to be. I'm trying to keep it really short because I know this is gonna be multiple parts and I could just like go off on a tangent for the longest. But the main points I want to hit on real quick are the timing. You're never gonna be ready. Well, at least that's what they tell me, and I believe that, so that's what we went with. You have to decide whether you want to advance your career or, you know, work on being mom. And real quick, I just want to go off on that. I'm not trying to say, this is all my opinion, and I'm not trying to say that there's not women out there who can do both, advance their career and have mom life. It's just, I feel like there's different levels of career people. Some people are really career driven, some people are less. There's different level of momming. Like some people are like 100% soccer mom, making the snacks for the kids, taking them everywhere, breastfeeding them on demand, like, you know, like super moms. There's different levels. Or if you have a stay-at-home dad husband and then you can do your career, like everybody's story is different. So I'm not trying to like generalize this at all. I'm just saying for most people, like you're either taking steps in one direction or the other. If you're advancing your career, you're usually sacrificing some sort of home life. If you did enjoy this video, stay tuned because I'm definitely going to do I have at least 3 more videos on this topic of career life versus mom life. So stay tuned for those if you enjoyed this. If you want to know more about this or if you want to hear more of my opinion on this, leave comments below. I didn't want to make the first video like way long and bore you guys if this is not something that you're interested in. But if it is, comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinions and your stories, experiences about this subject. And like I said, subscribe to my channel if you're interested in the next at least 3 parts. If not, this could be a whole series about like other things, like I said before, because I'm kind of like super excited about this topic. And then like it, and I will see you guys next time. Ciao. Maybe buying something that's, you know, to pass the time. Bum ba da dum bum bum bum.